Hi Maria, it's nice to see that you sent us another set of essays. Well done. Let's take a look at what you wrote here. Online language apps. Okay. Thanks to technology, learning a new language in a short duration is no longer a myth just by using an online language translation app. Well, you have to be careful here. It's not just by. You could say maybe aided by online translation apps. I think that makes a little more sense. Think about it and tell me what you think. This essay will discuss pros and cons of online translation apps using examples to demonstrate points and prove arguments. Okay, there's something missing here, and the thing that is missing is your position, essentially. You didn't answer this question, are there more advantages than disadvantages? All you told me is that you're going to discuss them. That's not what the question asked you. So it's important to address the question and to answer it in your introduction, okay? All right, so whether online language translation apps are beneficial to people or not has been a debatable topic since their inception, because it's apps, right? Okay, all right. On the one hand, there's ample evidence that depicts people. How about this? On the one hand, ample evidence depicts that people now travel to any foreign land without stressing over the communication with the locals to language barriers, plural. The sudden reason behind this is a couple of years ago, travelers used with a D, to carry language translation books whenever they used, again, D, careful here, thus making it inconvenient for them to carry the book all day long. However, today there are a plethora of apps, options. No. Today there are, you could just say, many options available, like Google Translator, Bing Translator, and iTranslate on smartphones, tablets, and laptops that can easily help travelers to communicate in any foreign language. For example, recent empirical research by Oxford University states with an S that 90% of travelers use Google Translator app to converse with locals whenever they travel to a foreign land. In fact, some travelers also feel confident in roaming freely as they do not have to rely on local guides for communicating with the locals. Therefore, it's conclusively clear that online translation apps have made travelers, apostrophe here, life easy. Okay, so, excuse me. One thing that I noticed about this essay is its length. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I calculated around 410 words. Now, I don't have a problem with that in and of itself if you manage to write this much in 40 minutes. However, I also felt like there was some information that you probably could have condensed. So I want to look at the paragraph again if I can. Let's see. Okay, let's see, like this, all of this. I mean, I get it. I understand why you were doing it, but it did really take up quite a bit of time and space. So I'm wondering if you could have consolidated this a little more. Like even this expression, they used to travel books when they used to travel. Thus, it was convenient. It was inconvenient. I mean, you could have just condensed this a little bit to something like travelers used to carry language books all day long, which was inconvenient. All right, just simplify it, shorten it a little bit, condense it a little bit. So I kind of felt like some of this was a little too much. Let's see. And then, okay, no, this was fine. All right, let's move on. On the other hand, using any online translation apps can be time consuming. How about not any, but just using online translation apps can be time consuming, as people will have to type before they can communicate. That's what you want to say. Additionally, translation on the apps may not be accurate. No, may not always be accurate, thus creating misunderstandings and awkwardness. For example, Indian Tech World magazine conducted a survey, and the findings showed, findings usually, showed that the online translation apps solely depend, no S, on how a person speaks to the app for translating. I don't understand that. And 2 out of 5 times, the app does not provide an accurate translation due to different speaking and pronunciation style. Okay. It should also take into account that any online translation app will function only when the device is connected to the internet, hence making it difficult to use in remote locations where internet connectivity is low. Thus, it is possible to state beyond doubt that technology cannot be trusted all the time. Okay, from the arguments and examples given, it is clear that the advantages of using online translation apps outweigh, well, no, there's advantages, plural, outweigh the disadvantages. It is also predicted that the usage of these apps will increasingly grow in the near future. Okay, so you're in favor of them. And since you're in favor of them, 2 things needed to happen. Number 1, as I said, you needed to say that the pros outweighed the cons, and here you needed to reverse these paragraphs. First, we talk about the side that we don't support, then we talk about the side that we do support so that it acts like an anchor for our essay, okay? That's the correct order of paragraphs. So, fine on the whole. This definitely felt stronger to me than the other paragraph did. This one just, I don't know, it felt a little too long. It felt a little repetitive, like you kept saying a lot of the same things over and over. This one read much more smoothly. And then, of course, I already said that you have to reverse the order of the paragraphs, okay? Let's see the other task you sent us. Okay, it's your cover letter, so here it is. Dear Sir, Madam, I'm writing this letter with regards to the job opening in the Human Resources Department in your prestigious company. My name is Maria Kapadia, and I hold a master's degree in human resources with an overall experience of 10 years in generous profile. That's awkward. How about, let's see, and my name is this, and I hold a master's degree in human resources with, let's see, how about over 10 years experience as a generalist, okay? I have been associated with companies like Reliance and Hinduja, where I gained experience in manpower planning, lowercase m. Organization, all right, fine, I understand. But I think it still should have been lowercase. All of these should have been lowercase. Manpower planning, organizational development, learning and development, and reward recognition. My last stint was with Tata Company, where I headed the recruitment wing for their hospitality division. I've enclosed my profile for your reference. I don't like this word, my last stint. It feels rather informal. So my last position would have been fine here. I read the job description of the opening published on the recruitment website, and I consider myself to be the most suitable candidate for this opening as I have all the required skill sets and experience. As you can see from my profile, I have exposure in a generalist role and also have managed a team of 10. I consider myself to be reliable, hardworking, and enthusiastic, and I am used to working at a fast-paced and deadlines. I believe the position you offer will give me the opportunity to apply my skill sets and experience that I've gained over the years. I hope you will consider my application and would be happy to send you references from my previous employers if you require them. I look forward to meeting you to discuss the possibility of employment. Thank you for your time and consideration. Yours faithfully, lowercase f, no exclamation point here, just a full stop. All right, lowercase f here. That's fine. Let's see. It was really quite good. I liked it. It read very easily. It read very smoothly. I have one concern, and that's this, your energy and enthusiasm. It was pretty clear to me where you were talking about your past experience. It was pretty clear to me where you were talking about your qualifications. What wasn't clear for me was your energy and enthusiasm. Yeah, you used the word enthusiastic here, but that doesn't really quite do it. So how do you show energy and enthusiasm? There are a lot of ways, really. Maybe you can say that you've been following you've been following the company's progress over the years, and because you know that they are involved in like XYZ, you went and you got like a particular certification in XYZ so that you would be a stronger candidate for this position. You could say anything basically that goes above and beyond the call of duty, anything that goes above what an employer would normally expect of an employee. That's something that shows energy and enthusiasm. Maybe you made some sort of major change in one of your previous work experiences. That would show energy and enthusiasm, okay? So something like that's what's missing for me. An examiner might accept what you wrote here, but honestly, not so much. There's really not a lot that shows energy and enthusiasm. It pretty much just shows, some of your personal characteristics, but that's pretty much it. So that's what I want you to be a little more cautious of. Make sure that it's absolutely clear when you are referring to each of the bullets so that the examiner can say, okay, yes, this has covered qualifications, reason, energy, enthusiasm, and past experience. All right, so there's no question about that. Go ahead, correct these, return them back to us corrected, and let's see your next set. We'll be waiting, so good luck.